Hey guys, Midgie here. I'm going to be making a video on one of James's guns again. He just got this in a trade for a WE Glock. He traded this for a WE Glock. He got this for a WE Glock, and he had two of them. So it's a KWA SR10 base, and a lot of it is stock. So a lot of this will be kind of a review, like if you were to want to go get the gun. So, which is good for those people that are actually interested in going and buying the gun. So let's just start from the back and go to the front. I have a Sima stock on here I sold to him. It's a little bit tight on the buffer tube. I have a 7.4 2000 milliamp nunchuck. This does not fit in here comfortably. I mean, right there is where it's at, so I can't put the plate on. He's probably going to use a buffer 11.1 or 7.4. I probably would not recommend 11.1 on this, though. Sling mount here, ambi, charging handle, dust cover works. It opens up. Bolt lock does not do anything. It has a standard hop up, not a rotary, just a wheel, which I like the rotaries. KWA SR10 body. It is metal, upper and lower. Pistol grip is kind of glossy, which sucks. This is not James's. This is my brother's. It's a holographic. It's a 5.52, I think. KWA SR10 rail. I take it it's 10 inches. Or the barrel is 10 inches. I think the barrel is 10 inches, so this is 9. Looks a little bit longer than that, though. Wonder if it says. No. KWA Performance Industries. Wow. Their KWA's trademarks are garbage. But it's a nice rail. It does wobble a little bit, but like I said, he got this in a trade for a Glock, and this thing is about 2 years old. So, at least. And it's got some rail panels here and there. It's got a JBU suppressor. And the quick detach flash hider. Apparently this is a Mad Bull barrel, but I've never seen Mad Bull make brass barrels, but the person said that it's one of the older ones, which I doubt that that is true. So this is probably just a generic 6.0 4 or 5 barrel, maybe a tight bore, maybe a 6.03. Some stock guns come with 6.03s, which are great. On the inside, it has the stock. Let me go and pop the pin out. It's got a receiver that hinges open instead of sliding off. It's got the standard hop-up 2-piece, 2GX gearbox, which is pretty solid. The gearbox shell is very thick. Now, I did take this apart, and the compression was about 0. The KWA piston head has 0 ports, and it is garbage. It is metal, but it is garbage. So I put a plastic Sima one on there, and compression about tripled. The piston is stock. It's a plastic tooth piston, but it actually looks pretty strong, but I've seen them strip, so don't be surprised if it does strip. If you're running above 25 rounds a second, a plastic piston is not going to last very long. The spring guide in here is like a V3. It like locks in the receiver. It may be proprietary to KWAs. Their nozzle is proprietary. I think it has no ring on it because it got good compression. The spring in here I think is lowered. I think it's a M110 because I think KWAs come with M120s. So I think this is an M100 or M110. I haven't gotten a chrono it yet, but with perfect compression, it's pretty perfect compression. The feet per second that I get out of the chrono should tell me what spring it is. But it felt like an M100 or M110 because it wasn't very strong. But it looked in good condition. It looked fairly new, actually. Cylinder head, never took that out, but it's plastic, I'm sure. The gear set was a heck of annoying to shim. This thing doesn't really sound very good in my opinion, because the bevel gear, if you shim it, it actually like sounds worse. Because it's kind of hard to describe. The spur and the sector are fine. Sector gears actually has a bigger tappet cam, so for feeding, that's good. That's a good thing. But the bevel gear, man, it is trash. It's got 6mm, or I think it's 9mm bearings, and maybe 8mm, but they're bearings. And basically, when I tried to shim the bevel. Any shim on there would make it sound super tight, because when I would fire the gun, basically the bearing would like go into the gearbox and be super tight. So it sounds even tight here, but there's not even a single shim on the bevel. So it's really weird. I do not like the setup. So I don't know if he's even keeping this though. If he does, he said this is going to be like his girlfriend's gun, so it's not even that big of a deal. As long as it's not unhealthy. And the bevel shimming is the same that it was when I got it, when I opened it up when he got it. And the bevel's in good condition, so I assume that it's not unhealthy, because all the gears look in good condition. I'm using an AIM high cap with .2s in that 7.4. Hop up is adjusted. So feet per second, my guess is about 350 with 2s, with the hop up adjusted where it's at. That's my guess, but the chrono will have to confirm. So let's go ahead and shoot. I'll just let you take a look at the gun first while I shoot. So on full auto it sounds bad, but on semi it's not too bad. This is a 7.4. Also, the trigger brake is awesome. I've shot 2 KWAs and actually this past month, and both of them have really clean trigger brakes. It cuts off really nicely. So you could potentially, actually you couldn't. Actually, you can, because it does cut off. You could put an adjustable trigger in here, and since it cuts off really early, you can have the trigger pull be pretty short and do no modifications. At least the 2 KWAs that I shot were pretty good at that. Okay? Because sometimes if you shorten the trigger pull, you have a hard time cutting off the trolley to cut off. And with this, it cuts off like really quickly. So if you have an adjustable trigger and you adjust it to right where the cutoff is, that's actually going to be pretty short. So it would be a good base for like a high-speed build or something like that. Like, you know, really short trigger pull without using a ECU MOSFET if you wanted to. Okay. Let's go and bring it back here. Also forgot to talk about the motor. The motor is a KWA high torque. It's got Furious magnets in it, but the Furious magnets are one of the strongest ones I've seen. They're not too bad, but they're definitely not Neo magnet strong. I'd say about 1/3 of the strength. And I don't know the TPA on the arm, but it's higher because it does have good trigger response. The rate of fire is a little low, but if you were to get one out of the box, it would probably get about 22 maybe with an 11.1. Which is not too bad, but that's not really below average or anything, but it's not too high. Or is it LiPo ready? The piston's plastic, so I would say no, because if you're getting that high rate of fire for a long time, it'll strip the piston, but the piston in this is in good condition, so I'm surprised. Like we're empty. So there you are. I did rewire it to Dean's and with smaller wire. So I rewired it for him because the original wiring was crap in here. So if you have any questions, comment below. This is James's gun again. I don't know if he's going to keep it or not, but he's going to let his girlfriend use it for a little bit. But I think he may end up trading it for like a multicam loadout, like a plate carrier, I think goggles, a helmet, a belt maybe, not sure what else. I think you should keep it, but that's just me, If you wanted to keep it, I'd say throw 13-1 gears in here, and with the 7.4, trim properly, sound beautiful. So if you have any questions, comment below. Thank you guys for watching.